Sydney, our MBEs are in your hands.
Thank you so much, Cecil. It's great to be here with you and appreciate your leading this session for us. And as he mentioned, for those of you who I haven't met, I'm Sydney. I am the CEO of Smart Simple Marketing, which is an award-winning content marketing consultancy. And we have had the great privilege over the last almost 15 years of working with almost 11,000 small businesses in 79 industries, helping them to attract more customers and increase their revenue. And of course, just like you, in the midst of the current health crisis, we have been making our own pivots and figuring out what is working now in terms of marketing and sales and continuing to maintain and grow our business given the current climate. So I wanted to take a few minutes just to share with you some of the insights we've gained over the last 6 months and some very specific actionable tips that you can take advantage of to keep your business visible and to keep contracts coming in the door. I want to encourage you just over the next few minutes that we spend together to really be thinking about what can you implement. At Smart Simple Marketing, we are very clear that learning is good, but it's doing that gets results. And so I want to invite each of you to take at least one point that I share with you in the next few minutes. And as soon as we're done here today, start implementing that. And that's how you're going to get the best results. So one of the first things that's really important to do with this current climate is that we have to embrace the new reality. This is where we are, and it looks like this is where we're going to stay for the next 12 to 18 months in terms of not having in-person networking opportunities, not going to the traditional events that we're used to seeing our clients and contacts at. And so we have to embrace this new reality and appreciate this for what it is, and this is where we are, and adjust our mindset so that we can focus on opportunity and not be stuck in the past and what we used to do. And that means that we need to be really succinct and relevant with how we show up, and that our messaging really communicates in a clear way the value of what we bring to the table. So it's so important that you are doing your research consistently and that you are staying up to speed on what's happening with your existing clients and the corporations that you want to do business with. I have the opportunity to speak with supplier diversity professionals all the time because of the work that we do. And one of the things I hear consistently is that we don't always, as a community at large, show up as prepared as we need to. So we need to shift that situation. We need to, of course, shift the narrative, but we actually do need to prepare and do our research. And that includes staying up to speed on what's happening with the company on social media. What initiatives are they launching? Where are they planning new expansion? What adjustments are being made internally? And because of the health crisis, this information is actually more readily available than it ever has been before. Companies are being a lot more transparent about sharing where they're at, what they're trying to do in support of small business, especially minority-owned businesses, and even more specifically, Black-owned businesses. So there's a lot of information available at our fingertips that we can use to really find our fit within the organization and ensure that we are offering succinct, relevant messaging that connects the dots, meaning when the person we're speaking with or that we are introduced to hears about our business, they can see the connection between their problem and the solution we offer. So we always want to focus on solving problems, and we want to use simple language, the same language that our contacts and our target clients use. We want to use that same language in order to position ourselves as the resource that they need. So here are 5 steps that we are seeing working now, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 steps that are working for digital sales success. So I want to give you a moment to write these down. Step number 1 is to be very clear about what my company is known for. How are we known in the marketplace? What is our reputation? What do people think about when they hear our company name? Number 2 are what are my key marketing messages? So what are the key messages that I need to convey, even if it's in different formats, but what do I need to convey to continually connect the dots for my clients between what their problem is and what solution I offer? Number 3 is how am I sharing those messages? Where am I showing up? Where am I speaking? Where am I publishing content? How am I doing my outreach? How am I going to stay visible and stay connected? Step 4 is consistency. what consistent action am I taking? Consistency trumps everything. So even if your messaging isn't as clear or as succinct as you may like, or even if your imagery, your website's not currently up to date, that's okay. You need to work on those things, but what's more important is that you are consistently showing up in front of your target audience. And step number 5 is tracking your success. So what is it that you are measuring success by? Is it contracts closed? Is it number of meetings? Is it responses to a particular campaign? What does success mean for you? And when you understand those points, those metrics, you can then adjust and make corrections as you move forward with your overall strategy. So having that clear, succinct message really carries throughout all of those steps and is going to allow you to stay focused on taking the action that will move your business forward. So remember that a confused mind always says no, and that you want to make sure that you are not confusing your audience and that they very clearly see how you show up for them right now and how you can solve problems for them right now. Now, the other thing that's working really well right now is content marketing, which has always worked, but we know that many in our community haven't always taken advantage of the opportunity to publish content, meaning case studies, reports, white papers, articles, videos, and other types of material to really showcase what they do. And so because we're not able to see each other face to face right now, content marketing is really the only marketing that we can do. And so you want to take advantage of that. I know within this community, there are decades and decades of experience and countless projects that you worked on and different ways that you have supported your target audience. So you need to turn those into content pieces so that your audience can see those and figure out what it is that you actually do in a visual sense. And that's going to give them a better understanding of where they can fit you in their organization. So content is really powerful right now, as is sharing that content on one of the top business-to-business platforms that there is, and that is LinkedIn. So you want to make sure that your profile is up to date on LinkedIn, that you have clearly articulated in your profile that you are an MBE and whatever other certifications you have, and be using all of those different features within LinkedIn to be able to push that content out and stay visible. You can publish posts on your personal profile, on your company page. You can publish videos, you can publish articles, you can do live sessions where you're connecting with your target clients or just sharing information live. So once you've gotten clarity about your message and are really clear about the problems you solve and how you show up for your target clients and for your target audience and your clients, then you have the opportunity to create content in different formats and of course distribute that content in a variety of ways through sites like LinkedIn. So take full advantage of your LinkedIn profile. I've heard from multiple supplier diversity professionals, they are going onto LinkedIn looking for us and they're having a hard time finding us because we're not raising our hand and identifying ourselves as an MBE or a WBE, etc. So this is the opportunity now to leverage the channels that you have for content and consistently show up as a visible, relevant solution to the problems that your target clients are facing now. If you have more questions, feel free to ping me on the Q&A. I'll be happy to answer them. And I look forward to seeing you later in the day. Thanks.